Hey guys, this is Smriti. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome, and if you guys have already been subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. Today's makeup tutorial is full face of the most bougie brands that I own in my collection. Actually, the most expensive products that I own in my collection. So everything that you're seeing on my face is extremely bougie, unlike me. But yes, if you want to see how I achieve this look, then please keep on watching. So let's begin. So for the primer, I do have Too Faced Hangover Primer. Now, I'm not the one who spends a lot of money on my primer and foundation just because I have my holy grails from drugstore, which really work beautifully on my skin. Yeah, so I just don't feel the need of getting like a high-end primer, but Too Faced is definitely a lot hydrating, I would say. So I really like that, and I actually have like a sample size of it, so I'm happy with it. Now, just to cover my pores, I'm going to use my Benefits Professional Primer. And you guys know how much I like this primer because Mama has some pores, and I love the way Benefits Professional minimizes the pore for me and gives me like a smooth base. So I'm just going to apply that on my problematic area, especially like my T-zone. Now for the face, I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Full Coverage Foundation, and I'm going to mix two shades today, and it would be Y225 and Y445. When I actually mix these two shades, that's when I really get my skin tone, and I love the coverage that it provides. And as the name says, I mean, it's truly a velvet finish foundation. I also do love my NARS Luminous Finish Foundation just because I have a lot of foundations open. I have not repurchased it, but I definitely love my NARS foundation too. And in my NARS foundation, I'm in the shade Aruba. So if you want like a shade reference. Now after that, let's apply concealer. And for concealer, I am using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And I'm in the shade Medium Tan. It's not a very highlighting concealer, especially this shade. I am going for a very natural finish today. Now let's move on to the cream bronzer. For my cream bronzer, this is my Fenty Beauty's cream bronzer, and I'm in the shade Teddy. Now again, this is an absolute favorite of mine. No doubts at all. I love the shade. I love the blendability. This is like one of my favorite things in my whole makeup collection. Now, I'm definitely looking for a little more of a luminous finish. So I'm going to apply my Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this gives such a beautiful glow to the skin. It's just a glow booster agent. You can definitely put this as a highlighter too, but it's more of like a glow booster. So you can definitely mix it with your foundation and then apply it if you want more of a glowy finish. Now to set my under eyes, I'm going to take my Hourglass finishing powder in the shade Soft Light. And this is an absolutely finely milled powder. And I'm actually going to use that on my whole face too once we are done with all the cream products. Let's move on to the cream blush, and for that I'm going to take my Natasha Denona's Diamond and Blush palette, and I am going to dip into this cream blush shade. Whenever I'm applying that blush, I generally do apply it with a stippling brush because I feel that's the best way to apply a cream product, because the bristles are so sparse that it easily maneuvers the product evenly onto your face. Now for the cream highlighter, I'm going to dip into that deeper shade in the palette, and I'm going to give a subtle glow to the skin, and I'm going to actually mix it with that duochrome yellow powder too. It's actually very subtle, but it gives a very nice glow to the skin. Now let's just set the whole face with the same hourglass powder that we applied before. If you guys want to see the complete opposite of this video and you want to see me use a full face of the most affordable products that I own, definitely do leave it down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to film it for you guys. And I actually have more variety in the drugstore products than I have in my luxury high-end products. Now once that is all set, I'm going to apply my Hourglass bronzer, and this is in the shade Golden Bronze Light. I absolutely love these Hourglass powders, but it is high time that they come out with deeper shade. I know the struggle that is happening in the industry, and they're just missing out on a huge chunk of people that can use their products. And I don't know, it's just high time. It's 2021. Why are we talking this again? Now for the blush, I'm going to dip back into my Natasha Denona's palette, and I'm going to take that powder blush. It gives a very subtle sheen on the face too, which I absolutely love. I generally am not a big fan of like shimmery blushes on my cheek just because I have a lot of texture on my skin. But this definitely doesn't emphasize any texture or anything, and does give a sheen also. So I absolutely love this. Now for the highlighter, I'm going to take my diamond highlighter from Natasha Denona palette. I mean, I get shocked every time that I put this. Now let's move on to the eyes. I'm going to fill my brows with my Benefits Precisely My Brow, and I'm in the shade 3.5. I'll fill in my brows and I'll get right back. For my eye primer, I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. Now for my eyeshadow palette, the most expensive eyeshadow palette that I own is from Tom Ford, and this is in the shade Nude Dip. So today we're gonna go a little cool tone on the eyes. I know that nobody expected that coming, but yes, so we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna start off with that gray shade in the palette, and I'm gonna go all over my crease with it. Now none of them are like really matte shade in the palette. All of them have a subtle sheen in it, but not like shimmers. So it definitely works in the crease, but it also shines on the eyes when the light hits it. Now I'm going to take that deepest gray brown shade in the palette, and I'm going to apply that in my outer corners. And I'm also going to apply the same shade in my inner corners too. I'm also going to blend the same shade on my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take that shimmery champagne shade from the palette and apply that on the center of my eyelid. Now I'm going to take that lightest shade in the palette and I'm going to apply that in my inner corners and right on the center of my eyelid, right on top of that champagne shade, just to give it a little more dimension and lightness to the eye. Now I'm going to finish off my eyes with some black eyeliner, and this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid eyeliner. And then I'm going to apply my Lancome Monsieur Big mascara, and I'll finish off my eyes and I'll get right back. Now I don't know whether all of the lip products will go together or not, but we're going to try. I'm going to apply my Bite Beauty Glaze lip crayon as my lip liner. I'm going to take my Pat McGrath's 1995 lipstick. then for my lip gloss, again, it's going to be Pat McGrath because nothing costs more than that. And this is in the shade Wicked Whisper. And that's my final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed my full face of using the most expensive makeup that I own. I like the overall look that turned out. Let me know, how do you guys like this look? And leave it down in the comment section below. And if you guys are new to my channel, please do subscribe before leaving. And also ring the notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!